PSMA Waiting game, another update. It's quite cathartic processing these, but my main aim is to help others through these episodes. As you'll be aware if you've followed my videos, I'm one of the lucky ones on the mental agonising this disease can bring. Potted history for those catching up. No symptoms, but went for a PSA test in 2014 after my friend and mentor Mr. Sanger passed away. Discovered I had an aggressive prostate cancer myself, which was followed by surgery and immediate radiotherapy. 6 years undetectable, then June 2019, PSA increased. After watching a slow rise, it began to double in 3 months, and so had a PSMA scan when it hit 0.6. Nothing showed. So 3 months later, bloods are taken, and it's now 1.5, and another PSMA scan is ordered for the 15th of December. And here we are at the present. Now, my oncologist is no longer the wonderful Mr. Issa who performed my operation and saw me for several of the 6 years. I have a new person who has taken the baton since my rise in PSA. Up to now it's been the usual thorough timekeeping of bloods taken and results provided punctually. He asked me to have more bloods taken to compare any raise between the PSMA scans. Unfortunately, no blood form was sent, so I had to follow up with several phone calls, but eventually received it and went on Thursday the 10th of December 2020. The PSMA scan was on the 15th with an appointment made for the next day to look at the results. PSMA scan results can come back within 24 hours. Now, due to COVID, many of the follow-up appointments have been made by phone calls. The paperwork usually had this clearly printed on it, with either a text or phone call a few days before. But more recently, I've just received letters, and after the first time of going into the hospital and being rudely told, "You shouldn't be here," I've just waited at home. Now, this can bring up anxieties itself. The calls are normally later than the appointment time, and you wonder if you were supposed to physically attend, and if you didn't, would you have to wait another 3 months for a further appointment? December the 16th comes and my phone rings. Unfortunately, the turnaround for the result has not been sufficient, and I'm asked to wait for another week. Now, before the phone call ends, I ask if my latest blood result was available, and it is. It's now 3.1. 1 week later, my new oncologist calls and exclaims, good news, Mr. Snelders. I'm looking at your scan and it's showing nothing has... Oh, bloody hell, they've given me the wrong scan. He then keeps apologising as he finds the most recent one. Even though my PSA had risen to 1.5 when the scan was ordered, the scan can find nothing still. Well, although there is now a shadow on my lung, which he will refer me for a checkup. Apparently it wasn't there 6 years ago and has shown up since my increase in PSA. It doesn't glow up with the PSMA scan, and so is thought not to have anything to do with my prostate. But as I've always said, I'm on the system, so they are pouncing on any irregularities. He then says we will take more bloods, and that my usual timescale has been 3 months. So let's schedule for March 2021. I have to quickly interject before he ends the call and remind him that my PSA level had doubled in 3 months from 0.6 to 1.5, but then doubled in 1 month again to 3.1. So why would we wait 3 months? His reply is, yes, you're quite right. Okay, let's half the difference, make it 6 weeks. So the plan is to get my referral for lung and be checked to see if in 6 weeks the PSA has risen sufficiently in order to have another PSMA scan. And this brings me to the crux of the matter. Waiting and mind games. Now, fortunately for me, I have no physical symptoms that I can wholly place on my unfriendly Carmen. Any aches and pains can be attributed to age, lifestyle, etc. But I am in this eternal waiting room. The build-up can be tangible in the nerves being stretched like a violin string to its breaking point. So, how do you cope in this situation? I have the utmost faith in the team looking after me. I'm in the UK, and under the NHS my scans are ordered when needed and with no concern for cost. They are experts in their field, and I am in an area catered for by the leading cancer hospital in the UK, if not the world. And although there was a feeling my new oncologist was reading my case for the first time, and knowing that I had to prompt him on a few points, I am happy I am in capable hands. I can do nothing but wait. And that's where my choice comes in. How do I wait? Well, live my life and get on with the day-to-day living. Even in these COVID restricted times, enjoy what I do have and what I can achieve. Life is not promised to any of us for a specific length of time. Events can turn it upside down in the blink of an eye. Laugh, love and be happy when you can. Even if those are momentary, hold on to those feelings. Even though I'm far from it, I am planning my funeral to be a life-affirming event for those that attend. I want to know that when I leave this earth, I will be leaving people with a smile. I know there are many of you in a much graver situation than me, but my friend was incredible. His journey was brutal, but the way he conducted himself was enlightening and uplifting for those around, and in turn gave him strength. So while you wait, achieve the next day and grasp it. The result will be the result. It won't change no matter what mood you're in. So try to ignore what might be in 3 months and fill that time with pleasurable moments. I'm going to an axe throwing event, so who knows, I might lose 3 toes before my next blood results. Anyway, I hope you stay positive and I'll update you in 2021.